In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a cross-sectioned drawing. Start out as we usually do by going to Projects and making sure that there's a check next to your default folder. In this case, I have it next to the Project Lead the Way folder. I'm going to hit Done. Let's start by creating a new part. And a new sketch on the XY plane. Let's start out by turning on construction geometry. I'm going to draw a circle, starting at the origin and going out just 1 inch. I type in 1 and then enter. I'm going to turn off construction geometry. I'm going to zoom in a bit, and I'm going to start out by going to the line tool. I'm going to select a point here. I'm just going to draw some random geometry, trying to create a part, kind of like that. Now I'm going to draw an arc. I'm going to select the arc tool. I'm going to start at this point here, go to this point, and then point to this construction geometry of the circle, and I end up with a shape similar to this. I'm going to select the finish. I'm going to rotate the profile. You notice that the profile, if you've connected all the dots, you'll get a closed profile. If it's going to, you notice that it's already selected the profile for you. If it hasn't, you'll select it by pointing here, selecting this profile icon. What it's asking for now is the axis. So I'm going to point to axis, and I want to select the one of the axes is the origin, and the axis I'm going to suggest I open up this folder here where all my planes are located, my origin planes. You notice that I'm looking for the y-axis. Okay, I'm going to select that. You notice that it revolves the part around the y-axis. You notice that it's been turned around the y-axis. And I'm going to hit the check. And there's my part. One thing I'm going to want to do when I look at it from the bottom, I really can't see all the features, so I'm going to come up to View, Visual Style, and select Shaded with Edges. And now my facets are visible. I'm going to come over here to this small pull-down menu here. It's located right here. It's called, click right here, Context Menu, and I'm going to set Current View as Front. And now that is my front view, because that's the view that shows some of the most important features. I'm going to save the part. You could save it under, just call it cross section. I'm going to create a new drawing. Place my base view. Select it right there. And I'm going to place an ISO view up in the corner. And right mouse button, hit Create. I'm going to select the ISO view, click on it, and I'm going to turn on Shaded. Hit OK. And then I'm going to position this up in the corner, out of the way. I'm going to go to Annotate. I'm going to place my center mark pointing to the outer circle. I'll get my center mark. Going to right mouse button, hit OK. And then these lines, I'm going to extend them out a little bit, get them away from the part. I'm going to create another view. I'm going to create a cross section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice the part in half here, and I'm going to look at the, as was discussed in the PowerPoint presentation, I'm going to look at the part that's been cut in half from this view over here, from here, looking in this direction. So I'm going to select section. I'm going to specify which view I want to section, and I'm going to point to this view here by pointing to this the pink line perimeter part. I'm going to select the view. Then it's going to ask me to locate my cross section. I'm going to select this center mark line. I'm going to click here, I'm going to pan down, go to the other end of this line, click here. I'm going to move to the right, and I'm going to right mouse button and hit continue. And it's going to want to place this view. I'm going to set it right about there. And so if you notice now I have my ISO view, my front view, and a side cross section view. I'm going to add some dimensions. I'm going to go to Annotate, select the Dimension tool, and I'm going to dimension all these circles here. And by pointing to the smallest circle first, and then positioning the dimension right about there. I'm going to point to all of the circles. Place a few more dimensions. Before I do that, I'm going to add a center line. Go back to View. I'm going to select this center line bisector tool. I'll point to this. When I point to this line, I'll try to grab the center of the line, and when I do, it'll be highlighted with a green dot. I'll select that. Do the same on this side, grab the green dot. You notice now I get a center line. I'm going to hit Escape. That was with my right mouse button. I select Escape, and then I'm just going to extend these lines out a bit. I'm going to add a few more dimensions just to show you how they're done. I'm not going to fully dimension the part, but I'm going to grab this line here. I don't want to grab the center mark. I just want to grab the line. And then I'm going to grab this line, not the center mark, but the line itself. And you notice it places a dimension right there. It's not where I want it. I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to grab the dimension. And move it over here. I'm going to add one more depth dimension. I'm going to grab this line here. I don't want to grab the center mark. I just want to grab the line. Not there, but over here. Grab this line here, not the center mark, but the edge. And you notice placing that dimension there. Hit OK. Right mouse button, OK. I'm going to grab this dimension and move it over here. Place it approximately there. And I could add more dimensions, but I just wanted to show you how to do those. So you're going to save the drawing and then submit it to LMS to complete your assignment. So this is your cross section. It shows the half of this circular part cut in half, and these cross section marks designate that you've actually sliced the part in half, and you can see all the important features inside the part. So you're going to come up here to Export to PDF, save the part, and then submit the part to LMS to complete your assignment.